Imagine a world where you no longer have to drive yourself to work. Instead, you sit back, relax, and let your car do all the work. How would that change your daily routine? Would it free up time for you to catch up on your favorite podcast, or perhaps finish up that report you've been putting off? Maybe you'd even get an extra few minutes of sleep in the morning. This isn't just a dream, it's rapidly becoming our reality. We're on the brink of a transportation revolution, ushered in by self-driving cars. These autonomous vehicles promise to make our roads safer, our commutes more comfortable, and our cities more sustainable. But they also raise a lot of questions. What kind of technology makes this possible? How do these cars see the road, understand traffic rules, and make decisions? Intriguing, isn't it? But before we get lost in the possibilities, have you ever wondered how these self-driving cars work? First things first, let's understand the basics of self-driving cars. A self-driving car, also known as an autonomous vehicle, is a vehicle that is capable of sensing its environment and moving safely with little or no human input. The secret behind these vehicles is a complex combination of various technologies that work together to make autonomous driving possible. At the core of any self-driving car are three key components: sensors, software, and connectivity. Sensors, such as cameras, LiDAR, and radar, are the eyes and ears of the car, constantly collecting data about the surrounding environment. This data is then processed by advanced software, which makes decisions about steering, acceleration, and braking. Connectivity allows the car to communicate with other vehicles, infrastructure, and even pedestrians, enhancing its understanding of the world around it. Now, it's important to note that not all self-driving cars are created equal. There are actually 6 levels of automation ranging from 0 to 5. Level 0 implies no automation at all, where the driver does all the driving. At level 1 and 2, we have features like adaptive cruise control and lane keep assist, where the car can control either the steering or the acceleration/deceleration, but not both simultaneously. Then we have level 3, where the car can manage most aspects of driving, but still requires human intervention in certain situations. Level 4 is high automation, where the car can handle all driving tasks, even if a human doesn't respond to a request to intervene. Finally, at level 5, we have full automation, where the vehicle performs all driving tasks under all conditions that a human driver could. It's worth mentioning that while we are seeing more and more vehicles with level 2 and 3 automation on our roads today, level 4 and 5 autonomous vehicles are still a work in progress and are mostly seen in controlled environments or as part of pilot projects. Now that we understand the basics, let's dive deeper into the technology that powers these vehicles. The eyes and ears of any self-driving car are its sensors. This statement is more than a metaphor. It's the truth of how these vehicles perceive the world around them. Like human eyes and ears, sensors are the tools self-driving cars use to interact with their environment, gathering data to help navigate the road safely and efficiently. Let's delve into the various types of sensors self-driving cars employ. First up, we have LiDAR, or light detection and ranging. LiDAR uses pulses of light to measure distances and create a detailed, three-dimensional map of the environment. Think of it as the car's high-resolution vision, capable of identifying objects and obstacles, even in low-light conditions. Next, we have radar, short for radio detection and ranging. Radar sensors emit radio waves that bounce off objects and return to the sensor. By calculating the time it takes for the waves to return, the car can determine the distance, size, and speed of nearby objects. This sensor is particularly useful in poor visibility conditions like fog or heavy rain. Cameras too play an essential role. They capture visual data in real time, enabling the car to identify traffic lights, read road signs, and detect pedestrians and other vehicles. They're like the car's pair of eyes, providing a continuous flow of visual data. But how does the car know where it is in the world? That's where GPS and mapping come in. Global Positioning System technology provides the car with its location, while detailed maps give it a layout of the roads, including information about lanes, intersections, and traffic rules. All these sensors work together, collecting a massive amount of data every second. LiDAR, radar, and cameras capture the car's immediate surroundings, while GPS and mapping data provide context and orientation. This continuous data collection is what allows a self-driving car to understand and react to its environment. Sensors provide the raw data, but how does a self-driving car make sense of it all? The answer lies in machine learning. As we move forward, we'll explore how these vehicles use machine learning to interpret sensor data and make safe, efficient decisions on the road. Machine learning is the brain of a self-driving car. It's the sophisticated system that takes all the raw data from the sensors, processes it, and makes sense of it. It's like the difference between simply seeing a ball and understanding that it's a ball. Data by itself is just noise. Machine learning algorithms are the maestros that convert this noise into a symphony of understanding. They recognize objects, predict their movements, and make decisions. A stop sign, for instance, isn't just a red octagon to a self-driving car. Its machine learning algorithms recognize it as a command to halt. These algorithms are trained using vast amounts of data. They've seen millions of stop signs from different angles, in different lighting conditions, and in various states of wear. They've learned to recognize a stop sign even if it's partially obscured, faded, or knocked askew. But how do these algorithms predict movement? Imagine you're on the road and there's a cyclist ahead. As a human driver, you predict that the cyclist will continue moving forward. But how does a machine make this prediction? It uses the magic of machine learning. These algorithms have been trained on countless hours of video footage, learning to understand the patterns of movement of different objects. They can predict that a pedestrian will likely continue walking across the street, or that a car will likely continue down the road. The final piece of the puzzle is decision-making. Once the car has recognized objects and predicted their movements, it needs to decide what to do. Should it speed up, slow down, stop, or swerve? It's here that another branch of artificial intelligence, known as decision theory, comes into play. Decision theory helps the car weigh the potential outcomes of different actions and choose the best one. It's like a super fast, super accurate version of the decision-making process we humans go through when we're driving. Machine learning gives self-driving cars their intelligence. But what happens when things go wrong? That's a question we'll tackle in the next section. Stay tuned. Safety is a paramount concern in the development of self-driving cars. Now, let's delve into the safety measures that are seamlessly integrated into these autonomous vehicles. One of the primary safety features is the fail-safe system. This system is designed to step in during any unforeseen circumstances. Think of it as a diligent guardian, always on the lookout for anomalies. If it detects anything out of the ordinary, it takes immediate control, prioritizing the safety of the passengers and surrounding traffic. In addition to the fail-safe system, self-driving cars are also equipped with human override capabilities. This allows a human driver to take control of the vehicle whenever required. It's like a backup plan, ensuring that there's always a human touch available in case the autonomous systems falter. But it's important to remember that these safety measures aren't infallible. They are, after all, a product of human ingenuity, and like all human creations, they have their limitations. This brings us to the challenges that self-driving car technology faces. The biggest challenge is the unpredictability of real-world scenarios. From sudden weather changes to unpredictable human behavior, self-driving cars have to be prepared for an array of unpredictable situations. And while machine learning and artificial intelligence have come a long way, they still have miles to go before they can perfectly emulate a human driver's instinct and judgment. Despite these challenges, the future prospects of self-driving car technology are absolutely fascinating. Imagine a world where traffic accidents are drastically reduced, where you can reclaim the time spent on driving for more productive or enjoyable activities, and where mobility is no longer restricted by a person's ability to drive. In conclusion, while the road to fully autonomous vehicles may have its bumps and turns, the destination is worth the journey. The promise of a safer and more efficient future is an exciting prospect that keeps engineers, scientists, and tech enthusiasts like us moving forward. While there's still a long road ahead, self-driving cars hold the promise of a safer and more efficient future. Until then, keep imagining the possibilities.